So guys, we're featuring today, welcome back to another YouTube video, and in this video we're going to be going through how I became top 200 in the world on the leaderboards of COD Tracker in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. As of the time I'm recording this, I'm currently 165th in the world for KD ratio, as you can see on your screen, but that's probably not going to be staying like that for long. But I still see people coming into my streams and asking if I use keyboard and mouse, and I don't really understand that. So what we're going to be going through in today's video is how I play Black Ops 4, what my settings are on this game, what streaks I use, my classes I mainly use. Everything I do, I will go through in today's video. And if you do find any of these things useful to use yourself in any way, please be sure to leave a like down below, as it helps me out a ton with these videos. In fact, let's aim for 20 likes in this video. And if you do enjoy this video, why not press that red subscribe button? We're trying to hit 2K, or at least get as far as we can before the end of the year. So let's firstly get into my settings on this game. Now, as you can see in the background, I have all of my current controller settings, and it may come as a surprise to you, but I play on a 12/12 sensitivity, which I suppose is why people think I play keyboard and mouse, but as well as that, I play stick and move. Now, the question you might be asking is, how do I play it on that high of a sense? Well, back on the beta, I found out that if you want to be good at this game or do well, you have to use a really high sensitivity. So I set out on the beta like 3 months ago to start playing on that high of a sense, and when the beta ended, I played Black Ops 3 on that sensitivity and got really used to it over like 3 to 4 months. So your sensitivity, just do what you're comfortable with, but I would recommend raising your sensitivity to anything above a 9, because let's say someone is behind you and they get one shot on you, and then you can quickly snap onto them really quickly if they miss some of their shots, which in the long run, that could be very helpful towards your kill streaks. I also use stick and move, so then if need be, I can jump shot easier by pushing down the right stick, basically making your controller into your own homemade scuff without the paddles. So now we have the settings out of the way, let's go into the classes I have. And as you can see, I have the ICR just in case someone else is using it, because let's be honest, this gun is completely broken. Then we have my Vapor class, which is my complete sweat out class. I made a setup video on this a couple weeks ago, which is in the top right of your screen, by the way, if you want to, check that out. My next one is the Maddox class, which is my last video. That video is also in the top right of your screen, I might want to check that out as well. This is the class I use the most, the SAW, because I'm going for it gold. Yes, I'm going for dark matter, just really, really slowly. And finally, the best after patch class setup with the KIAN, which you already know. Yes, it's in the top right hand corner of your screen. To be honest, they are the only classes I have, and I did use the MX9, but that was only to get gold on it, and I have gold on it, so I'm never using the popcorn shooter ever again. That thing was painful. Now we are moving on to the score streaks. Now, I have the most fun when I'm running UAV, attack helicopter, and the strike team, and yes, I do know that the strike team doesn't count towards nukes anymore, but they are so fun to use, it's insane, and they guarantee you a lot of kills. But if I feel like I'm having an off day, then I'll use UAV, counter UAV, and strike team, as this will get you a lot of score and more XP. And if you use the counter UAV and your team get enough kills while they're active, you will definitely get the strike team, no problem. This is where things may interest you a little bit more. I'm going to be going into the mods I play depending on the size of the party, or if I'm solo. So let's start with a 5 or 6 man. I'll go into a chaos domination because we'll basically have constant UAVs going and help each other out. And not only that, the mod is a lot longer than normal domination, meaning more kills, more XP, more everything pretty much. If it's a 4 man, then typically I'll go into a normal domination match, because chaos dom is filled with parties 5 or 6, so I prefer normal dom for this one. If it's anything from a 2 to 3 man, then I'll play TDM because it's a fun mod like it is every year. And if I'm solo, I'll go into whatever mercenary playlist there is, because you don't come up against kids who are partied up, which is amazing. Now, the thing I'm most sure you wanted to hear, how I play in this game. You can't really push the spawns too hard, otherwise you'll get gunned down way too easily, so I tend to stay back and sit back. Not too much though, because I do not like camping, it's boring, so I tend to sit back, and when I feel like it's safe to then push into the spawns, I will. And since the stick and move controls are so helpful, you can jump shot people if need be, but my advice is to not push into the spawns unless you are 100% confident you can take the people on and have the support of your teammates, because you'd be surprised how much I rely on teammates. I expect them to cover me if they're right behind me. I probably shouldn't give them so much trust, but in this game it is needed, as it is a very team-based game, as I'm pretty sure you've all found out. Always stick to the outskirts of the map, as this is where you can flank enemies if they're camping in one spot. You can get a peek into their spawns, so you could get a couple of kills whilst they're running out of the spawn. It's a lot less hectic as it would be in the middle of the map, so you have a higher chance of getting on those higher kill streaks this way, and the gun streaks to get those score streaks and your nuclears. This is honestly the best way to play. Now you might be thinking, well, that's so obvious. Well, you'd be so surprised about how many people charge down the middle of the map, like they think they are Rambo or something and they can't die, just getting themselves killed. So if you want a higher KD ratio, then this is the best way to go about it. So let's put this in a shorter way. Don't push spawns. Jump shot if you need to, or drop shot. Stick to the outskirts of the map and don't play stupid. Simple. Let's say there's an open bridge in plain sight where if they saw you, you'd probably be dead. I'm specifically talking about a jungle on the outskirts where there are open parts. Don't push them unless you know where the enemy is, or make sure that there isn't an enemy around before you make these moves. That pretty much sums up how I play in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I think it's a great achievement for me to be in the top 200 world in the leaderboard on this game. But if you do find any of these tips useful, please be sure to leave a like because it helps me out a lot. If you're new around here and like what you see, press that red subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. This is the upload or stream every day of the week done. We will be going back to my normal schedule where it's 2 or 3 videos a week. Unless we somehow break 40 likes on this video, then I'll consider, depending on how much college work I need to complete and stuff. But make sure you turn on those post notifications so you don't miss another Black Ops 4 video of mine. But that's all from me, and yeah, I'm Mr. Feed signing out. Peace.